if I'm gonna have nearly as many people watching as they did before, but we'll see what happens. And of course it's raining now, so that sucks. This is where I was in the beginning too. How far back this I don't know how far back this church really does go. Before it got all smoky over here, it's like the top part, like from like right here, maybe like a couple feet, probably about 30 feet over from where the chimney is, like came all the way up, and then it looked like it was just flat all the way back, but it went all the way back, and I didn't know if that was part of the church or not, but obviously it is. So alright guys, we're back. Yeah, and it runs back. Like you could see it when, like I said, before all the smoke and everything was over here. You could see it really well when it was all clear in the very beginning. But like how the flat just went. I mean, it looked like the length at least to maybe that one, two, maybe that third or fourth house over there.
There had to be somebody in there.
I don't know. Yeah, it could be anything. But all we know is that church was boarded for a while in different areas. And
Well, I work in construction. And I went to Philly and I came back up here to stay up here over the night. And I was right here over my friend's house. And I hear the fire department. I'm like, what? I look to the side. I'm like, oh shit, look at the building. I come up, they're pulling up in the cop, and I'm standing in the corner looking at the whole building going up and saying little by little, little by little.
Alright guys, we're back. So this is where I was standing in the very beginning of my live, where I spent probably a good hour worth of it, 45 minutes worth of it. I'm back on Potter Street, back where these houses were evacuated right here. And as you guys can see, this was, remember guys, this was the little hill that I was talking about here. It's actually cleared up a little bit since I made it back over. However, you could see the sheer amount of smoke that has enveloped this area. I mean, this is all the way up Potter Street here. So, you know, the way that the wind is blowing right now, it's blowing, I guess what would this be? If that's west, east, I guess it's blowing toward the north right now. We don't know at this time because of this brush. We have Garden City's back here trying to figure things out. But that for the most part that the fire was under control, but it looks like we've sparked up. I mean, you can see the orange glows. I mean, you are looking at what I'm looking at right now, because with the sheer amount of smoke, you really can't see anything, but when you see these orange glows, you know that's fire. So this is sparking up a little bit again. What I might do is I might step around back to 10th Street and to get that little shot in between the houses, but I might not, because I'm not trying to get a damn smoke inhalation. And I have a feeling that that's what's going to happen if I go back over there. So literally this thick, huge cloud of black smoke is enveloping the area once again. But now instead of moving up, it's actually moving south to north. So if you are, you know, in the area 10th, 11th, 12th, Potter, Upland, Rose Street, DuPont, yeah, anything basically up north of here, going up Potter Street, like I said, 10th, 11th, 12th, anything like that, you guys should probably close your windows. If you have, you smell the smoke from Crozer Hospital. Yeah, I would not be surprised the way that this smoke is now blowing. I would absolutely not be surprised here. But unfortunately, there's not really much that I can show you guys because of these trees that are here. As you can see, when it blazes up, it comes down a little bit, but when the red blazes back up, if you can see where it's blinking, just to the left of where it's blinking, you can see where a lot of the smoke is rising right now. You can see it's starting to glow again. You know, this is a large property. This is a damn big church. So, you know, with them using running lines and stuff back here, a lot of this is, some of it's going to be smoke, some of it's going to be steam. But as you can see, guys, and this is the smoke cloud right now that is literally hanging over, you know, 10th and Potter right here, and it's moving up toward 10th Street, up toward 11th Street, and it's not, you know, slowing down. So, like I said, guys, if you're up and your windows are open, and if you're in the area of 10th or 11th or 12th or Potter, Uplands, Bickley Place, DuPont, Rose, any of those streets, you guys might want to close your windows if you haven't already, because there is a massive amount of smoke that is moving from south to north from this fire. This is a huge cloud here. If this bitch don't just go look at my live, if there's a fire and it's in Chester, and y'all want to know if I'm here, or y'all want to know where I'm at, just look at my live, please, instead of trying to like message me and Facebook message me and call me and all types of shit. Like, you know I'm here. It's very rare that I'm not here. You know I'm here. So just like leave a comment, something. Yeah, so it looks like we definitely flared up a lot in this rear area of the church here. And like I said, it's a lot harder to, you know, we can't see, you know, nearly as well as we could before. The amount of smoke, this is a fresh burn here. So the amount of smoke that's coming up off this building right now.
All that shit down.
The amount of smoke coming up off this building right now with this new burn that's going on. A lot of people are shocked as to how far this building actually stretches. You know, down Potter Street, down Upland Street to either side. And yes, power is still out. Now this is the problem. See, this is flaring up again now. Well, actually, I can't say flaring up again. This is flaring up in general here on this side. Because as you can see, this is all of this brush right here. If you guys aren't familiar with the property, there's the brush that runs behind here and behind these houses. And then once you get to 10th Street, there's all brush behind the church on 10th Street as well. And there's very high weeds, very high. There's trees, there's very high brush that's, you know, it's, firefighters are going to have a really rough time getting this one out, especially since it's extended so far back here. Getting inundated with another smoke cloud here. The more you look, the more, yeah, see, the problem is right now is that the only attack that they can make on this part of the church is from the Upland Street side. They really can't get much of anything from the Potter Street side where we're standing on, because of all this brush that's over here, all these trees and the trees that run parallel along the back of it on 10th Street as well. You know, they're doing their best they can with the resources that they have. But like I said, with all this brush here, they're running into a lot of issues trying to get this thing all the way out. Crews are going to be on the scene at least for another couple hours. I say at least another 3 to 4 hours, if not more. And you guys who do have your power out at this time can also expect to continue to have your power out for the duration of this fire. They're not going to cut your power back on until this is all done and over with. So, can I go to the other side? Honestly, I don't think I can. I didn't try it because that's the only place I didn't go. I didn't go to the Upland Street side. Even with the trees here, I almost feel like it's a better bet of me just kind of standing here, and besides, on top of that, the smoke is blowing down Potter. So I kind of don't want to get close to the smoke. You gotta stop looking at this person.
It's houses.
Houses?
Yeah, see a window right there. See the house? Oh, shit. Houses start there. That way. That's two houses going back.
Oh, shit. What street is that back there?
What the?
It's an alley. No, I delivered. You got the car one? Perfect GPS. Perfect GPS. And then pull it. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. Alright, this is where we are. We're on Potter. This is the one way coming down. So I guess we're looking at coming a little bit. Right that way. Pull it in a little bit. Alright, so no, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's all part of the church. This is the church right here. And this is right there. I don't know what the hell they're doing now. They're banging some shit down back there.
See the windows down there?
Yeah.
That's where the house.
No.
Church?
No, that's the church because look at the
Oh, that's the
stone.
usual church. Yeah, you're
Look
right.
at the stone.
Yeah, you're right.
No, this is all the church still. Yep, that's what I'm saying. It does run that entire stretch over there.
That's the shit.
Yeah. No, the fire is not out yet. What time you got? 4:30? Alright guys, so we just hit the 2-hour mark of this fire. And I mean, we don't have a very good visual from where we are, but we have somewhat of a visual from where we are. And so it looks as though the problem that we're running into now, as you can see, this is still, I mean, it looked like it was pretty knocked down, and now we're blazing back pretty good yet again. That this fire was not contained to the front of the building as we originally thought. As you can see, we definitely have this active flame now that is back through the roof. This little split in this tree right here, this is also part of the church as well, guys. So this church, it stretches all the way back. It's a little bit lower than the front of the church, but it does stretch all the way back. So, what are you doing? So what we're worried about now is obviously you see where all the firefighters are. This is Garden City that's working on this side of the structure. Is right now they are trying to it's like ventilate some areas back here. Like they were banging something. I don't know what they were banging on. They were banging something. Now it looks like we got smoke coming up through this window that they probably banged out. And looked like we also might have had fire through the window too. And then this also poses a new problem where we have all this brush on this side of the building, and this building extends out to the brush. So there's a good chance that we could be dealing with some brush issues over here too, as well as this fire continues to burn. Yeah, like I said, I'm assuming that this is going to be, you know, they're going to be out here at least another 3-4 hours, maybe longer. They're still pumping water onto the front of the building. Like I said, guys, we just hit the 2-hour mark here of this fire burning. This is up to, I don't know if it ever went to a 5th alarm. I know it definitely went to a 4th alarm. I said I don't know if it went up to a 5th or not, but it definitely went up to a 4th. We have companies here, in addition to Chester, we have companies from all over. As far as Montgomery County, we have companies that are out here providing aid to Chester Fire right now. And there's trucks that I've never even ever seen before, you know, being around Delaware County, but I've never seen before. So, you know, it's just crazy to watch this right now. If you guys are tuning back and you're just tuning in for the first time, this is the church that's on, that is in between Potter and Uplands. And the church is absolutely demolished. It's completely gone. It is the only thing that's still standing right now, aside from what we're looking at in the back of the building here. The only thing that's still standing at this point is the stone structure that envelops the outside, and that's literally it. That's all that there is that's left. All the roofs are collapsed. The chimney is still standing, but that's a stone structure as well. And the steeple has collapsed. Everything has collapsed so far. This is not smoke. This is more steam than smoke that's coming up here right now. They are now fighting this fire from this side. Yeah, we're about to get smoked out here, well, steamed out here in a second. I don't know how much you guys are really going to be able to see in a minute, but we're going to wait until the smoke clears. Guys, I don't have that much battery left here on my tablet. I'm only at about maybe 12 or 13% at the most here, so I really, can't do much of anything else, after this. Woo, child, we gotta move over. That's a little too much for me. Yes. My husband's tired of me coming home with my clothes smelling like smoke. Yeah, this is like, you can't see anything. This is what Potter Street looks like right now. I can barely see the cars in front of me. You can't see anything going on down the street. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm pretty much away from it. I mean, I'm in it, but I clearly have to change my clothes when I get home. So I guess I gotta move over a little bit more. Hold my breath for a second. Woo! Very fresh air. So now the way the smoke now I really can't show you guys anything because yeah, there's all smoke here, which is gonna make it a really rough way to get back to my car because my car is parked at the other end of Potter. Smoke clears just a little bit. Sorry about this, guys. We're smoked out right here, so I really can't show you anything because you can't see anything anyway, and I gotta be able to breathe. Alright, let's see if I can inch back over here just a little bit. Okay, so now the smoke, but you still can't see anything. Let's see. Watching the news, your pages made the news. Oh boy. I don't even know what part they took out of my lives because I felt like my lives weren't that good in the beginning. I mean, it was, but I hate broadcasting from the tablet because I feel like the picture is so blurry. Like, unless I can focus it. Like, the problem is with the lights. The further down I go, the further over I move, and I'm not in the lights, then I can focus a little bit better, but you see it jumping in and out. It's because of the lights on the truck. On my phone, it doesn't do that, but on the tablet, it does have the issue trying to focus. But, hold on, guys. Let me check. No houses. These two houses that are right here were evacuated. They were worried that there was a good possibility that the chimney, which you can't see at the moment, the chimney, which is somewhere in this like general vicinity, like right here where my finger is, they were worried that the chimney could have fallen, and obviously with all the smoke and everything, that they had to evacuate them. I don't think they've evacuated any of these, officially evacuated any of these houses over here. But I mean, pretty much everybody's out. Anyway, everybody's out there and nobody's going to sleep. What I was saying is that we thought this fire was pretty much under control and there was a good possibility they were able to contain it, but now it looks as though can't really see much of the glow. You can see some of it. You see some of the glow here. They've got this stream going back up again. You follow the stream, you see the glow up here in this little like dip right here. But this building runs all the way back here, and all this is, you can't see it right now. If you're just tuning in, you can't see it, but there's all brush behind here. So department that's over on this side, which is Garden City, and I believe it's Claymont. Oh, Claymont. Yeah, Claymont. I'm not sure. Garden City and Claymont that are over on this side of the structure. are trying to work on gaining access to the structure from this side, but are having a rough time doing it due to the amount of brush that's back here. And the brush basically runs the entire structure of the building from this side of the building onto the rear of the building on the 10th Street side. So as you can also see right here, they have a stream going up into this window right now, trying to cut it down a little bit. But yeah, guys, so this sucker, this is going to be burning for quite a while still. And I know a lot of you guys are without power, and you've been sticking on here and hanging on here with me, and I appreciate you. You guys are going to have to go out to your cars and charge your phones and shit, and I'm sorry about that, man. I really am. I appreciate y'all sticking with me here. But yeah, no houses. Not any injuries that I've been made aware of, fire department wise. I was saying earlier, the evacuation tones were sounded no more than 20 minutes before this fire. You know, it was already out of control, but the evacuation tones were sounded due to the structural integrity of the building to begin with. Even before the fire, we were informed that there was a large portion of the building on the west side of the building that did not have floors. That would have been a 30 to 40 foot drop. So they made everybody aware of that from the beginning. And like I said, about 20 minutes in, 15 to 20 minutes in, they sounded the evacuation zone so that all of the firefighting efforts have been done defensively from the outside. We just passed the 2-hour mark here. We are at a 4th alarm. Nobody is keeping me updated on that. I'm assuming it pretty much ended at 4th. And also, on top of that, we're also reporting a ton of power outages in the area. It looks like you're clear up on the east side from like maybe, I don't think they have power over here. So whatever runs next to Potter, if it's Walnut, Chestnut, one of them, I think it's Walnut. I think you guys have power. At least 9th and Morton has power, I know that. So anybody east of Morton Avenue has power right now. However, anybody west of Upland and Potter, all the way down to at least Holy City, you guys don't have power right now. I'm hearing that there are reports of multiple power outages as well in Brookhaven. And you guys, I would not expect you to have your power on anytime soon. I mean, it's going to be at least another 3, 4, maybe more, 6, 7, or 8 hours even. I don't mean to scare you like that, but it's a good possibility. You know that could happen here, that you guys might not have power for. They got to make sure that this fire is completely out. Everything is, well, there's not really going to be anything left to overhaul, but that all of this fire is out. Everything is, taken care of before they can cut the power back on, because the last thing you want to do is have to come back here and fight it again. So it's like I'm going to get smoked out here again. We'll see how far I got to get out of the way. They said this isn't so much smoke as it is steam, but it's still smoke, and it still smells like shit when your husband is trying to figure out why he's trying to cuddle next to somebody that smells like smoke. So this is going to be one of those things where I got to come in and hop right in the shower. And been out here for almost 2 hours now, covering this scene for you guys. I know I've bounced off the live a couple times for whatever reasons. And no, I'm not going to be here the whole time. My tablet is actually about to die. I only have 8% left on my tablet right now. My phone's completely dead, so I have no other form of recording for you. Everything's dead at this point. So you guys might have me for another 5-10 minutes tops, and that's about it. Before once again my husband starts cussing me out because I said I'd be 15 minutes and it's already been close to a half an hour. I'm going to be so tired tomorrow. The beauty of recording fires. Alright, so we're not getting smoked out this time, which is good. I can kind of hold my place here. So they're still putting water on the front of the building. They're trying to clear out as much as they possibly can here. There really, honestly, though, there is nothing left of the building except for, like we were saying earlier, is this the stone outlay of the building, just the structure itself is all that's left. Everything else, I mean, this building is roughly 150 years old, and it's heartbreaking to see it go down like this. I don't even, you don't know what to say, I know you guys are probably tired of hearing my voice right now. So I'm kind of trying to see if they're hitting this. They are hitting this fire defensively from over here, but like I said, they're having issues doing it because of this tree line is back here. And I mean, you can see the glow of the fire through the windows here. Sorry about my live bouncing in and out because of the lights. Now they're spraying water. They are getting water in from the opposite side here. So we're going to get smoked out. We're going to get wet. Possibly get wet depending on how high they hit this. Depending on how high they hit this aerial from. But yeah, it's getting incredibly smoky. Like I said, I only have a couple percentage left on my battery here on my tablet, which means I am going to have to cut out regardless of how long this fire burns for. My husband is going to work in the morning at 8, and may bring the kids by. I have a feeling that by the time I get home, let's see, what time is it now? It is... I have a feeling that by the time my husband leaves out for work, my kids will be up there, schoolwork to do, but this sucker might still be burning by then. So I'm going to swing my kids back by after I get some time to get some juice on the tablet and on the phone. And, it's not going to be for another couple hours, but they're going to be out here for a couple hours. This thing ain't going nowhere anytime soon, like I said. Just the amount of thicker black smoke that we're seeing right now that is floating over Potter Street, all the way, up toward the Upper East Side. Just the sheer amount of smoke, black smoke, the thick black smoke, shows us that this is still a very, very active fire, and that these are areas that are burning that have not burned yet. So, do I think it's arson? I can never be too sure about some of these situations. I mean, sometimes I get on a scene and I'm like, yup, that was arson. This, I'm kind of torn on. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means. Obviously, it's a huge possibility that it was. But then again, the building is extremely old. We're looking at a building that's 150 years old, and the only thing that drives me to wonder if this was a natural cause of this fire was the fact that when the steeple was burning earlier, we were seeing some blue flame from that steeple. So that tells me that there was maybe some type of natural gas or some type of accelerant that was also fueling this fire as well, as to where the building may not have had the gas off. Building may still have access to electric. So like I said, it's an old building, you never know. But that's what we have an investigator for. Once this fire is out, they're going to salvage what they can salvage, evidence-wise and stuff like that, and hopefully they'll be able to give us a determination of whether or not this was arson or not. And I mean, you can only pray that it's not, because like I said, this is a 150-year-old building here. This is historical building in the city of Chester that we are absolutely going to miss driving past every day on 9th Street. I can't, I'm gonna No, I'm working on it. I'm actually working on it. I'm working on, you know, eventually becoming an expert in this stuff. I actually would love to be an investigator. I would love to be an arson investigator. I think I'd be really good at it. But you know, I can't really do anything right now because of the whole coronavirus thing. I had taken the steps. I actually had my application in for Parkside, but the meetings, all the meetings and everything got canceled. So my application is still sitting in limbo right now. And yeah, my application's still sitting in limbo. I was gonna go to fire school and, you know, do all that fun stuff, and now I can't until everything's over with. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that. Yeah, I know my husband is so fucking mad at me right now because I'm still here, but he will be happy in about 5 minutes when my tablet dies. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to like push buttons and like do shit. I can't multitask very well, so like I'm at the point where like I want to go home and like charge the tablet for an hour and then like come back out and cover it more because I know this some bitch is still gonna be burning in an hour. But yeah. Yes, it's the church at 9th and Potter, East Side, Chester, Pennsylvania. We're about probably about the, I don't know exactly what time it is. I don't really want to pull this thing all the way down and figure it out because I'm gonna. So we are roughly at the 2 hour and 20-minute mark, approaching the 2 hour and 20-minute mark. No, approaching the 2.5 hour mark. My bad. Wait, 2:30 to somewhere between 2:20 and 2:30. I got my times mixed up now because I've been out here for so damn long. But yeah, either way, I've been out here over 2 hours now covering this fire. So yeah, 4:50. I can't remember what time it came in. If it came in at 2:30 or if it came in at 2:20. I think it was I want to say it was 2:32 for the whole smoke in the area. So 2:32:50. So yeah, so roughly 2 hours and 20 minutes. Can't believe I still have a voice right now either. That's kind of crazy. Talk a lot of shit. Bitching tomorrow. And my kids are gonna be excited when they wake up in the morning. I'm gonna wake them up in like 2 hours and be like, let's go see a fire. This is like the moment they've been waiting for their entire life when they were sleeping and they missed it. And I was not about to bring them out here in this. But my older daughter, my 10-year-old, she's just like me. Every time something comes in, Mommy, can I go? And I'm like, I guess. My 9-year-old, she'd be friggin' sleeping in the grass over here somewhere. Threw up to her. No, I didn't wake up and go. I was already awake. I was waiting for my husband. My husband plays the game. So I was waiting for him to get off the game. And the dog was taking up the whole bed. So it was uncomfortable. It was hot. On top of that, I'm like, oh God. I'm so damn uncomfortable right now. But yeah, I heard it come in, popped right up, and I'm out, you know? That's what I do. I'm not too far from this side. It's not like I had to go all the way to the west side. It was right here. I only got stuck at the light at 9th and Morton and didn't know where to go from there. Well, I knew where to go, but I wanted to figure out the best area of attack to film from. And I had a feeling it would have been from where I was, and that's exactly what happened. So, if I go to sleep, yeah, Tina, I probably won't. I'm probably gonna like sit at the doorstep and like wait for the kids to get up, or I might get them up at like 7, just like go downstairs and be like, yo, get up. I'm about to go down the street for a little bit. I wanna see this shit. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, so guys, like I said, this is a real heartbreaker right here. It's just, I mean, it seems like they're doing a pretty good job keeping most of this at bay here, from this brush. Keeping everything in line from catching this brush that's over here. Woo, about to get smoked out again. Oh, that's watering out. Halfway smoked out. Yeah, doing a pretty good job keeping it away from this brush line here. And, you know, as of right now, the way I'm looking at it, the only way that we would have to worry about extension to these houses that are over here would be if there was somehow extension to the brush line, which is not out of the picture yet, but we're going to put our faith in Garden City and the other stations that are working on this side of the structure to hold the fire to just the building and not to the brush. Once it hits brush, it's going to be a problem. So as you can see, we're coming up about right around the 2.5 hour mark, something like that. And this fire is still burning pretty good. We're at least at 4 alarms right now. Could be 5. I haven't gotten an update on that. Last I saw was 4. Are we at 4 or 5 alarms? Are we at 4 or 5 for alarms?
When I got here it was 3. So
I know we're at least at 4.
Yeah, it's going up since then.
So she doesn't even know. She's a firefighter. So yeah, so as you can see, it's stuff is still burning. You still see the glow back here. There's a lot of still very active fire in the rear of this building. And like I said, we're gonna pray that it doesn't hit this brush line right here, and that they can get everything contained. The building obviously is a complete and total loss. It's a complete and total loss for the community as well. But guys, I am down to 5% on my tablet. I have no charge. I have no way to charge it. I haven't slept yet. I'm going to be miserable, and I definitely have to get up out of here before my husband kills me. And he's got work in the morning as well. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I am going to give it probably about, let's see, he will be up at, why does it sound like that? Is that them blowing the hose back there? Oh, you know what? That must be the hose blowing against the brush back there. It got so loud all of a sudden. I'm not even sure what's going on exactly. But yeah, but anyway, I will honestly, guys, I'll probably be back in about 3 hours or so. I'll probably be back in about 3 hours or so. I'll be back with the kids. We'll be away from the smoke, but I'll be back to let the kids see what they missed out on here. I'm going to keep you guys posted throughout the, I don't think I'm going to go to sleep. I'll share other people's lives that are live right now. If there's anybody back here that's live that's showing anything. But yeah, I am on my way out. It is, you know how many alarms we're at? If we're at 4 or 5? 4? Alright. He just confirmed that we're still at 4. So holding at 4. But yeah, guys. Alright, so I am out of here. I'll probably catch up with you guys, like I said, in a couple of hours. Trying to stay out of the smoke before I get too sucked up here, before I can't see anymore to be even able to walk off in the car. Alright, guys, I will catch you later. And stay safe. Follow it on the news if you got to. And I will catch you guys later.